Well, good evening. We cocked that up, didn't we? Welcome back to VP4TV. I actually killed the stream by mistake. I hit the wrong button. Welcome back. We're here for supposedly a match in the VP4 2024 Virtual 9-Ball World Championships. A match between Josemacuen from Spain. Let's see if we've got the thing up. No, we haven't. Hang on a minute. And Liddle, who I think is from the UK. One thing I can say is that Liddle was here earlier today. He was in the lobby because I've been keeping an eye out during the day. We are about 5 minutes away from this match, due to be starting at 7 British summer time. The matches on the schedule I don't think have changed. They have changed. We've got a match with LS3 and Interchange X on Sunday night. That's the additional one. That starts at 8 PM between those two on Sunday. We have, in fact, tell a lie, that's a weekend Sunday, because this Sunday it's Smoking Sid and Cobra at 7 PM. So that match is a week on Sunday. Welcome to LS3. Now, you need to let me know if the audio's good or bad or indifferent, because there's nothing I can do about it, even if it is. Now, it always worries me when a player isn't here, a good 10-15 minutes before their match is due to start, just to, first of all, it lets me know that they're here, and secondly, that they're getting a bit of practice in. In fact, Liddle is in the lobby. I've just seen him there, which is good. In fact, he's just arrived. So the audio is not great. I didn't think it would be. There's something up with my... I've noticed a buzzing coming through my... what the hell do you call it again? Oh shit, I forgot what the name of it. The voice mod. I noticed a buzzing. Maybe it needs reinstalled. I don't know what it is it's doing, but definitely there's something going on. Let me just check something. Hang on. Yeah, everything looks okay, but there's definitely something wrong. There's something not right with voice mod, but hopefully we can get by with it. Now, the one thing I wanted to check was, I think this is a round 2 match. I'm fairly certain it is. Where are we? Don't tell me I've scrolled past it already and I can't see it. There we are. Right, so it is a round 2 match. So I think we're still waiting some matches getting played, but I think all the first round matches are over. If I'm right in saying that, I think they are. It looks like it, yeah. Right, so, yeah, something not quite right with the audio. Voice sounds distorted. Yeah, I've got it. Let me just tab out again. Hang on. Now, does that one sound any better? Yeah, I'm probably going to have to spend a bit of time and maybe uninstall this and reinstall it and set it up again, because it might be needing a refresh for some reason or other. Now you're in a submarine. Hang on. Now, how does that one sound? But it'll need to sound good enough because the room is up and they've already lagged off, and Liddle won the lag. Well, a tin bucket will need to do for now. Well, I don't know that Ozzy played that. The 8 balls going in. No, he didn't. Now, I think, obviously, looking at Liddle's rating, you would say that that Jose is going to be the strong favourite. I'm not even sure how long Liddle's been in VP4. But it's probably going to end up being who makes the least mistakes in this match. But Liddle's, even that shot there, he's not quite got the touch. But we'll give them time to settle down. Now, the interesting thing is those of you watching on Twitch, is everything in sync? Because it was out of sync the other day for some strange reason while I was using Mirrorless Action. I'm back to XSplit Gamecaster tonight, so hopefully Twitch has fixed itself, or maybe there's a bug between Mirrorless Action and Twitch. Well, this is a very good table that Liddle now should be out on. Let's see if he's going to be good enough. No, he isn't. But of course, he's got Jose covered. I already got the Liddle joke in earlier on in the lobby. I said the only Liddle I'd ever heard of was a supermarket. I've never seen Liddle play in VP4. But that was a gilt edge chance there for Liddle. But that might be the story of this match. Probably Jose will get the job done a lot more often than Liddle might, but you never know. Yeah, they were barely funny, little and large, barely funny. they were actually well past their sell-by date when they actually made it big in the telly, so they did. And then like a lot of double acts, they ended up falling out with each other. I don't know that they'd actually settled their differences before Eddie Lards died. So, into rack number 2. Jose's trying some sort of acrobatics here. I don't know what he was trying to do. But what he will do is, if he keeps doing stuff like that, he's just going to, eventually Liddle's going to settle down and start probably punishing him. So here's a test on Liddle's ability to move this cue ball into a spot somewhere between that 6 and 7, but not too far up the table. And that's not it, because he's going to scratch. He didn't play the right shot there. He went forward to the rail. He should have went with a bit of right English, and that takes the side pocket out of the equation. He would have got to the long rail a lot sooner. He had to go tighter around the angles to get down onto that 5 ball. 3 ball. Well, that's not great either. This is another test for Jose. So it's going to be a bit of a struggle here in terms of the level of play between these two guys. And you're going to get things like that happening maybe a fair bit. So once again, Liddle's got another chance. Now this could mess with the side pocket again in the left hand side if he's going that way. And that's not bad this time. That's reasonable enough. Now the thing is, if he just does nothing with the cue ball, he's going to run into the 7 here, I think. It looks like it from this end of the table. And he's stunned away from it, but of course doing that, he hasn't left himself anything remotely easy here with this 7. Now, what the hell picture's that Liddle's got? Now, is he getting lucky? No, he isn't. So it's 2 chances, well, more than 2 chances, but in the first 2 racks, Liddle could be 2-0 up here. He definitely could be 2-0 up. So Jose might be thinking early on he's going to get it easy. So he can tuck that 1 ball and just skim away from it, not leave Liddle any sort of decent shot. Well, an easy hit for Liddle to kick at this 1 ball, and I don't think he wants to hit this too hard. That would be my advice. Don't hit it too hard. You might get lucky and end up finishing behind the 7. Well, he hasn't. He's left it on. Now this is tricky as well, because you've got to dig into the cue ball, and Jose's stuck to the rail here to try and get back out into the table and have a cut on that 2 into the side. This is not simple. That's, playing the shot like that, he was never ever going to get in the 2. But he's looking to maybe try and manufacture the combo, but in fact he's not. He's doing the more sensible thing and just keeping Liddle in trouble. Well, the pockets in in these tournaments, they are big, according to Steve. Again, a mistake from Jose. Oh, well, balls can have them tighter, he just sets them tighter. And it's a tale of one disaster after another here in this rack. Ball sounds like the type of player who wants to make it a complete lottery for people potting balls by making the pockets that bloody difficult. Everybody's got a chance of winning. No matter how good you are, pockets that are way too tight, everybody's going to be missing them. He reckons his odds are going to be better making them very difficult so that everybody's playing in very difficult pockets. You might think, and more than likely he would get more opportunities, but more than likely also he'd be missing just as much, if not more, than the other guys anyway. So that would all backfire on him. So here we go again. Now Liddle, if the angle's right, he can bump through onto this 8 ball, but does he really want to? Does he want to trifle with the 8 ball? He might end up behind the 8 ball if he goes forward to the rail and come out behind it. See, like that, but he's bumped it. So far, so good. Now the problem is the angle that he's got for the cut back up the table with this 6 ball. Now, does he just play? If this was me, I'd be just playing it plain ball and running to the long rail on the right hand side. The angle looks, let me get my doodle out if I can get it to work. The angle looks as if he's running that direction. He's going the other way though. But I would have hit that plain ball to cut that up the table and send that cue ball over here for the 7 ball into the side pocket. That's the sort of shot I would have been looking at there. Well, Jose's going to be in trouble here. So Liddle better get ready to go here. He could be getting another chance at getting a rack on the board. And Jose has now given Liddle that ball in hand opportunity. Now straight away here, he's got to get this cue ball up into the middle of the table. That's the first objective. Anywhere in the middle of the table looking at that 8 ball, and that's no good. Again, Liddle's one of these players who's really struggling to find control, and I think his rating does reflect that. Now that's a good little recovery, but he's going to probably end up doing far too many of them throughout the match to survive this. That's what you would think, but at least he's got himself on the board. And that's the one thing that would encourage Liddle, is the fact that he's going to get lots of opportunities from Jose. There's no doubt about that. He's going to get plenty of chances, as will Jose. This is why it is down to who's going to take the most at the end of the day, regardless of the rating. Who is Sergeant Numpty? Who the hell's that? Where are we reading that? Have I missed something in the chat? Well, you know, give him 10 out of 10 if he pots the one ball. The difficulty was potting that and getting for the two, and he's actually done no bad getting onto the two. So Jose's got to try and back off this 7 ball, I think. Well, it's turned out okay. Now, I don't know, let me have a wee look. I would actually stun this just so that I'm getting a fairly straight line in this 3 ball. Well, that's not bad, that's pretty good. He was comfortable doing that. Good evening to Lard, welcome to the stream. This is just gone a bit straight and he's gone a bit close to the rail. So take your medicine and just go forward and leave yourself the long cut. But this is a tight cut. I mean, there is a full pocket there. He's actually trying to get back into a line on the other side, which isn't too bad. Liddle and Lard. No, that's the best one of the night, LS3. Liddle and Lard. So Jose is going to open that gap again. Going to go to 2. Well, let me just check my shifts for the work. I think a second or two. Hang on. It's handy having your shifts and everything on your phone. Right, let me see how things are. What have I got? I have got another week. I finish my work next Saturday, not this Saturday coming, but a week on Saturday I finish. And then I'm off for a week. That's the week of the first week of the World Snooker Championships. You know, 10 out of 10 for anybody guessing what I'll be doing that full week. So I'll also be getting in as many matches as I can, as many good quality matches as I can during that time, which I'm sure there'll be a few. Yeah, I've always got the first week off in the World Snooker Championships. I've been doing that for, I've been doing that for what, 30 odd years, more than that. I always worry about sort of rookie players playing in these big tournaments, and I'm assuming that Liddle is a rookie player. I don't recall seeing him in any other big events, and I'm just always worried that, you know, they get despondent and they don't go through with the full deal here, you know, whether the match is going to end early or whether he's going to go and stick with it. Jose now with a 4-1 lead. Liddle trying, well, again, he's not found a line at all there. I think he was actually trying to come down behind that 7 and 2, but really struggling to find the right lines to play those type of shots. Oh God, you're asking the wrong person there. I think if Larry's there, Larry I think made a decent comeback many moons ago. I think Larry was at death's door in a 9-ball World Championship, but it wasn't a final. or was it? I can't. I think it was a semi-final, and I think Larry was well behind for a while. But oh God, there's been yeah. Oh, there's Sergeant Numpty. I've just noticed Sergeant Numpty's arrived in the room there in the chat. Oh, I've watched them, but I don't remember half of that. I won't remember what happened in this match tomorrow, let alone what happened 20 years ago. Oh, there has been, big comebacks. There's no doubt about that. But as to who made them all, I can't remember. Now, Jose's got a pretty good billiard here in the 9 ball, I think, if he fancies it. I mean, I'd be taking this every day of the week here. This is an easy billiard onto the 9. Very easy billiard. In fact, I actually forgot the 4 ball was sitting there. I was too busy looking at the 5. So he still played the combo with the 4 and the 5, 4 and the 9. I mean, we've actually had some decent comebacks fairly recently in some of these big tournaments. So we have. Again, who made them, I don't know, but, it wasn't that long ago. Well, that was he was what was he 16-5 behind against that Chinese boy in the last year's semi-final, Luca Vassell, and then he came back and won that, and then he was well behind against Ronnie O'Sullivan, come back and won that. Well, Jose's getting multiple opportunities here. Now, here's a table that is wide open, and this is a little test of the cue ball control from Jose to join the dots here. Well, I think the one thing about, I mean, Luca Brissell, I've been following him on YouTube since he was a kid. He was making big breaks when he could barely stand up over the table. So I've followed him for a long time when the word came around that this young boy could be a world champion someday. And sure enough, it did come true. Well, he's definitely a player that, I don't think you could coach him. He's just got natural ability. There's not a lot mechanical about him in terms of, he's copying somebody else. He just plays his shots. If they go in, they go in. If they don't, well, so what? That's the way he's always played. I mean, to be up at the top rankings and to stay there, whether he'll stay at that level playing the way he plays, that's maybe in doubt. Whether he'll have that longevity from, those all around him have got, that's still to be settled in the years to come. So this is still tricky. Cue ball's leaking up the table. 9 balls off the rail, so he just needs to get this nice and flush, and it'll be 6-1. Well, when 6-1 down, it should focus the mind. Most certainly. A little roll through it. And probably a little roll through again, but he's going to have to roll through far enough to leave that a comfortable 4-ball. Well, he's actually just held it past the 7, which was, you know, tricky to get on the spot, but he's got there now. He needs to bump the 7, and he's just brushed it, and now he's got a good angle to get up the table here. He put loads of left English on that. He could have went around the corner and down for this 6th ball, but he's got there. So far, so good. Well, I'm just looking at my my Twitch channel. There are 3 viewers on Twitch, so there is at the moment. I'm just looking to see what the delay is. And the delay is actually barely a second and a bit on Twitch. The delay is extremely good. It's 2 seconds maximum on Twitch. Looking at that at the moment. Well, good luck to Liddle. Well, of course they're not box office. Of course they're not. You're that used to seeing, because obviously I prefer to watch something of reasonable quality. So I thought I'd give. I had nothing better to do tonight, so I thought I'll give these guys a chance. I knew that Liddle was going to get lots of opportunities, but I didn't know what level Liddle was at, and I think clearly he's way short of Jose's level. Jose still is going to make loads of errors, but Liddle's just not got the experience in this game, or the touch and control that he's going to be able to take advantage of it. That's definitely the conclusion you would come to. But for new players coming to big events like this, then you very quickly realise that where you thought you were okay, maybe playing offline, and you were okay in a challenge room, winning the odd rack or two, when you're in a race and it's just you and the other guy, you're very quickly going to get found out how far short you are of a level that's needed to be competitive, which will come through time if Liddle's one of those players who's got enough time to get table time and get practice and get more experience. Well, it's good he's got his second rack on the board. Well, you see, that was a Coldest Pillow had a match of two contrasts. The first match he had was against Keith, and Keith is a very good player, but his problem is lack of table time in the last couple of years, with various health problems he's had for a start, then computer problems with VP4. So he didn't have the table time. So I thought Coldest Pillow will give Keith trouble in that match, because the mistakes that Keith were making during the match, Coldest Pillow was taking advantage of them. I said even before that match finished that if Coldest Pillow does get through to play Bedhead, he's going to find it a completely different challenge, because Bedhead is not going to be making the amount of mistakes that Keith was making. In fact, all last night, the two mistakes that Bedhead made, was it last night or the other? I can't remember, but the two mistakes that Bedhead did make were very quick mistakes, very early on in the match. But from there on in, he was very solid, and he was, by far and away the deserved winner. Coldest Pillow just wasn't getting the amount of opportunities he was hoping for, and what he did get was 6 or 7 racks, and that was about it. That was all he was going to get. Well, that's a good chance going again there for Liddle. Now, if Jose could bump into, can he see this 6 ball? Yes, he can. Now, if he could bump into the 8, that would be handy. He's just playing it gentle. If that was me, I would have been just trying to stun that and bump the 8 and hold for the 7, get the 8 ball off the rail a wee bit. Now he's a bit, he's got himself bolt straight on this 7 ball. He's going to have to pinch a wee bit here to try and get the cue ball out and around. That's why I would have played on to the 8 ball. Well, that's going to be nowhere. That's absolutely nowhere, that shot. He's going to have a go at the back. Or is he going to have a blast at the cut up the table? See, Jose's going to be taking things fairly tight. I mean, he could have had a blast at that. But again, to do that is more than likely we're going to be giving Liddle an easy out to get his 3rd rack on the board. He doesn't want to do stuff to encourage his opponent to get back in. He's got to just keep the foot down and don't let up, because if you do that and then the balls start going against you, you end up paying the price. That's going to scratch. So in the end, Jose gets the easy out. Right, I'm just tabbing out for a second just to shut down Discord. I had Discord open in case Steve wanted to come in, but he's obviously busy watching the golf. Right, that's that gone. So, into rack number 11. Jose with a couple of balls in the break. A good shot in the 1. Now, this is where he wants to just leave himself. Now, looking at that angle, He's got to pop this sort of pocket weight just to keep the cue ball over this side and have the cut in that 4. And he's held it well. Now, he might bump the 5 here. Now it's just getting a wee bit tricky. And he might catch some of this 8 ball as well. Oh, he's going to get a rub here. That's ended up perfect. Right, so we'll give Jose that. Right, let's have a quick look. And now, where is that match on this? We need to look ahead here. Assuming that Jose goes on to win this, Jose is going to be found out big time against Matt. That's going to be a different ball game altogether. MC Clarkey will be far too strong for Jose. So the 1 ball has gone, and I think Jose's finished perfect on the 2. Looks like it. Quick look. Little dink back off this 3 ball, and must have whatever angle it is. Now he doesn't want to go sticking himself to the rail, and that's fine. Now he needs to just stun draw this up the table. I don't know that he wants to play with that 6 ball. Well, he's getting into it far too much. So now he can duck for cover. He should be trying to tuck the cue ball up top left without scratching and using that 7, 8 and 9 as cover. And that's a good shot. Always a big target to get behind. Now that side pocket looks to be in the way of where you want to hit this to try and hit the 5 from where I'm looking. I don't know whether you can get that going below the side pocket. We can. So much for my eyes, but that's unlucky. He's going to scratch again. So, as much as Liddle needs a little roll of the ball here or there, he ain't getting that either. Now this, if it goes forward, this cue ball, it's going to finish nowhere on this 7. He's got to get around it out, and that's well played. Well, this should just be a little kill shot, or go to the rail and come out for the 8 ball up top. Just a dead weight shot. So this is a match that, at the end of it, Jose's not going to have broken sweat. He's going to get a comfortable win, I think, regardless what happens. And then he's got a big wake-up call come the next match. And this time, well, I thought he was dry, but something just dropped in at the last minute. The 8 ball's gone. He's good in the 1, the 2 and the 3 are handy, and he's got a. Well, he should be getting out here, but the one thing he's going to be tested on is getting from the 5 to the 6. Whether it be just come across the table and play the 6-7 combo, or trying to get on that 6 ball by going up the right hand side of the table. Now, depending on what he does with this 4 ball and what angle he leaves, that'll decide on what he's trying to do. Now, he can stun this in, go to the short rail and come around and leave himself that combo. As it is, he's trying to come down in the short side, and that's perfect. That's very well done. Welcome to Interchange X. Well, you had a tight finish. I never got to see that match, but you definitely had a nerve jangler against Danny. Well, that wasn't the best shot that Jose's going to play tonight. Could have got that cue ball off that rail a bit better, but he's got it anyway. Now, a 9-rack lead, an unassailable lead, unless Jose completely falls apart and Liddle starts potting balls and stringing them together, which I don't think is really going to happen. So Jose decides to push. Again, he's trying to be clever and trying to get that cue ball in behind the 6, but he's just not finding the lines to do that. You know, fair play to him. He's got the idea of what he wants to do. It's just the execution part of it that he's struggling with. But again, as I say, you know, through time and time at the table, and of course time permitting, how much he's prepared to spend on VP4 would be something that would be to his advantage long term, but maybe like many people nowadays, he doesn't have that time and isn't prepared to commit that time. So it's all comfortable, like fluffy pillows, it's all good, but then Jose does something numpty-ish like that. I mean, that is just, he's got himself, oh no, I didn't see the 8 ball, I take it all back, Jose, I fully apologise, I'm lying back in my chair, I never even noticed the 8 ball over the pocket. My bad. I take it all back, Jose. I'm lying way back and I couldn't see the 8 ball in the darkness of that pocket there. I thought, and that's why I thought it was such a bad shot. My apologies. Well, here's a chance for Jose really to put the pain on Liddle. He's got a ball in the break. He's got no great shot in the 1, but I don't think Jose will, well, not Jose, Liddle will be having much of a shot, but Jose has not exactly played that very well. Likewise for Liddle, now that Liddle's been let off the hook there, he's got a chance to try and bring this cue ball back in amongst those balls. Preferably bumping the 9 ball would be the ideal shot. Oh, he's actually found a gap, would you believe it? I mean, how many goes would you have at that to actually bring the cue ball through that gap of those 5 balls out into the table again? I wonder if I'm going to get the hiccups. I'm going to have a drink of my water. Well, I think something has to move here, because that 4 ball isn't going anywhere. And try as he might, Jose comes out completely clean as a whistle, doesn't hit anything. And not really anything on here either. I mean, it's difficult to get that 4 ball out of there. It's difficult to push the 4 ball safe there. Well, he's found a way. Okay, he's left a little edge showing, but you know, that's going to be no good to Liddle. Now, what's he going to try here? Little dink. Little dink. Well, the brush off the 9 ball there, he couldn't really avoid taking some of that 9 ball, but it's ended up not too bad. He's just got to be careful where this cue ball is going off this 8 ball. That's why he's hit it soft. He's hit it soft because he didn't want to risk anything that was going to scratch the corner. And well, if Liddle, you know, he should really be having a go at the cutback bank on this 8 ball here. He should be having a go at that. Because well, that'll do. That was very well played. He's picked a line for that. Spot on. Now can he follow it up with a not too difficult 9 ball? And that was excellent. So a little bonus there for Liddle, a little bit of encouragement for him. But no encouragement in the break. He's come up dry, I think. And straight away, Jose is in. 1 ball up the rail. And he should be able to dink this and hold for the 2. But the angle he's going to be holding at this too, see, that's why he's trying to come across. See, that was good thinking, apart from the fact the execution wasn't there. He just didn't get there, because playing it from that side, he was odds on he was going to be running into the 3. Getting this side, he could probably keep it clean. And that's a very good cut. But this is a stay at the table visit that Jose's on here, because he's not in good shape. Now Liddle is going to have a chance here. He needs to stop this cue ball at that pocket and then just drop the 4 into the side, and he should be in the 5. So a little dink in the 4, little bump in the rail, so not too heavy here. Just got to watch his pace control. Oh, and that's all good so far. Now, this is where I would stun that in just to hold it a wee bit. I don't know that I mean, you could hit this. I think you could hit this plain ball and just come around the angles and leave yourself the long 6. Alright, that's good. Yeah. That'll do, however, he's got to then come up with plan A, B and C here and what he's doing. Now the safe route is to get a hold of the cue ball like that, avoid the scratch the side, and now with this you want to cut it and let it run. Oh dear, he's taking his eye off the ball there. That was not a difficult 7 ball, and everything was going great there for a good little out. But Jose is going to have to come up with a bank if he's going to pinch this. And he has done, that's perfect. Oh, it wiped his feet, it's gone in though. Well, this is still another little test for Jose. It comfortably does it. Breaks dry. Liddle's got a big target up top to get this cue ball up there, but he has to get the one very thin on the right side to do that. Well, I'll give him his dues that he played the bank there, but of course he's ended up nowhere in the 2 ball. And he hasn't quite come out the way he would have liked there and actually covering that 2 ball. But Jose's got nothing on other than a 2-8 combo, which is no good. Well, now Liddle's got a chance to get away from this end of the table here. He's got to catch that 2 ball really thin and just bank it back towards the 4 and send the cue ball up the table. He's playing the bank, I think, and that'll do it. But it ain't going in, and the cue ball's gone south. Well, I think maybe my idea was a better idea at the end of the day. In hindsight, of course. He had a good opportunity to head to the long grass here. Decided to go all out. I was actually hoping Steve would have joined, there Jose's at it as well now. I was hoping Steve would have joined the stream so he can explain what seems to be 2 weeks of playoffs coming up in this Winter 9-Ball League. I mean, the league finished last week because we all got our payout. We got ours for winning the event, and I no doubt the other guys got a payout as well. I don't, maybe they didn't, I don't know, but we now seem to have, according to the information on the league page, we seem to have 2 weeks of playoffs, so it looks like it doesn't matter where you actually finish in the league, you've still got a chance of winning it. Which, you know, it takes away all the hard work that's went on over the 12 weeks. For the likes of us to have come back chasing the gamblers all through the league season and eventually finishing top of the league, only now to end up in these playoffs. Likewise for the gamblers in the tactical geniuses could end up bottom after these playoffs, which seems a bit weird. Are you not going to get a game, LS3? You just ended up in there to make up the numbers. you're not going to get a game at all. Oh yeah, it started big time at, what is it, just after 8:15, the old body clock's kicked in. We're in shutdown mode. And talking about shutdown mode, this match is already shut down. Jose with a 10-rack lead. And, well, maybe not quite. So, the only thing you don't do here, Liddle, is scratch. Just get the cue ball off the long rail, short rail, or whatever, up, top, and down. Don't scratch. Now, see, this is another little test for your control and your ability by just a simple shot like this. Cutting this 8-ball and holding the cue ball. See, he looks to me that he's just thinking about how to play this. And might be overthinking it, and that's good enough. Probably nervy as well. Now this is no problem. A quick look at the angle, and this is going in every day of the week. I mean, this is unmissable. So, the mistake from Jose gets punished this time. And Liddle gets 4 racks on the board. And again, of course, he's going to come up dry. And Jose is going to be a shot in the 1. And everything's there in the open. And this is what's really frustrating about this bloody game. You just get a rack. You know, one of your few racks you're getting. You get one on the board. You come up dry. The table breaks like that. And you leave the 1 ball wide open and an easy starter for your opponent. Nothing can be done about it. One other thing I was checking on my my phone, my works app that I've got on the phone that tells me what my shifts are. The 19th of April 2014 was when I started my job at Tesco. So I am going to get my 10-year award in the next week or two. What's this? Is this the 11th today? Just over a week's time, I'll be getting my 10-year award. I don't know what the hell it is, but I think we do get an award at 10 years. I certainly got one at 5 years. I don't even remember what that was. It wasn't much, I hasten to add. So that'll be 10 years I've been there. And I mean, out of all the people that started when I started at that time, there is no one left working there with me who started with me. There is one guy left. I probably did get a voucher or something, but it wasn't much. You know, it's not something I would have framed and hung on a wall. But there is one other guy who actually started with me at the same time, but he now works in checkouts because he got hit by a van, and he was off his work for weeks on end with a broken leg, and so he's been retired to the checkouts. So that there's only 2 of us in existence who started amongst about 6 or 7 people 10 years ago. All of them have gone elsewhere since then. So back to the match. Jose back with a 10-rack lead, and a couple of balls in the break. 2 and the 4's gone. 1 and 8 combo. Now I think his idea there was that he was still going to have the 1 ball to shoot, and he never thought about the 1 ball going in at the same time there, which is why he's nowhere near good on this 3 ball. That's an excellent shot by Jose. Very well played. Made life difficult for him there, but he got out of it really well. And he could have played that a bit better. I mean, he should still get this. He just wanted to be through another inch and a half there, so he's comfortable. But no problem. Oh, the 9-ball daily edition starts in 15 minutes. I wonder if Slim's already signed up for that, if he's around. It's usually only LS3 and Slim and Stefan and that go into it, I think. So Jose edging ever closer to the finish line. This match has just been on for an hour and a minute or so. And it's going to be a quick rack, provided nobody does something daft and leaves a shot up table onto this 8-9. And this is what Liddle needs to be careful of here. Now, he can see the one, he can pot the one, and he's overcut that, but at least he hasn't left the combo. You most certainly are going to be playing Jose, but I don't think you'll be breaking sweat, Matt. You'll be far too good for Jose. You'll get plenty of opportunities from him. Now, this cue ball, I had to avoid the bump, which he's done. He just brushed the 7, but he's okay. Straightforward roll the 3 in, come off the rail and out for the 4. 5 should be comfortable. And he just needs to make sure he's... See, the thing is about this, already he's left himself with more of a problem. He's going to have to play the 5 into the side now. So now the cue ball's travelling 100 miles, whereas it should have only been travelling 10 miles, if you know what I mean. Now he's going to either leave a bedhead cut from the side rail up there, or he's going to run the cue ball. He's running the cue ball, but he's running it to no man's land. Well, I don't know. I was going to say whether he could actually see enough of that 6 ball to punch it up the table and try and hold behind that 7, but he's done it the other way. That'll do it. That'll work out very nicely. He's got loads of right, trying to chip this 6 ball. Oh, that's very well done. He's played that perfect. Spotted it right in the back of that 6, punched it up the table, and the cue ball's left stuck behind the 7. So Jose needs to play this soft. If he's got any sense in his head, he'll play this soft. The reason I say that is that you don't want to be leaving a shot down onto this 8 and 9 as a combo. Well, he's got away with that a little bit there, because it wasn't really played with any great deal of thought, but I would have played that soft so that there's no way you can just push that 6 ball onto the 8 and 9 for the combo. Liddle might be trying to bank up and down onto this 8 and 9. I don't know, he might be playing the pot, but he could be trying to cut this and bank it up and down. No, he's trying to pot it. Oh, that's unlucky. And that'll do. So don't forget that The World Snooker qualifying is on at the moment. If you've got Discovery Plus, like I do, you can watch. There's like 3 tables, I think, are on live most of the time. The rest of I mean, it's on. I don't know whether it's all over this week or whether it goes into next week. I think it should. I think it's the first rounds that are on at the moment. The first qualifying rounds. I think there's like 3 qualifying rounds. And you can watch that. It's on Eurosport as well, I think. So Jose now just 3 away from the finishing line, and a very comfortable win for him. And Liddle's just not gone through anywhere near far enough for that 2-ball. And this is why VP4 is so hardcore for players who don't play an awful lot of the game, and they haven't got that tight control that the tighter control that better players have. The top players have got really good control in VP4, but the hardcore part of VP4 is you've got nothing there to help you. It's all about your own ability, your technique, your control, and most of all your knowledge, and how you can execute these shots within a simulation, within a game. This needs to just roll off the rail and through for a comfortable 5-ball into the side, and that looks comfortable enough. And Jose should be sticking another one on the board here. Well, he's looking around and looking around. I don't know what he's looking around for. He just needs to hold the cue ball here and stun this in. Now this is just a little nip. You want to nip this that way. You don't want to go this way. See that because he didn't want to play that, he's just dinked it. But he's perfect. He can just drop this in, and as long as he doesn't scratch the other corner and go loose that way, he's fine. This is again another little dink down the rail. Dink into the corner, stop the cue ball, roll in the 9. Couldn't be any simpler than that. Well, fair play to Liddle. I mean, he's getting a roasting here in his first time out, I think, in a big tournament. But I always take my hat off to any player who's maybe feeling a wee bit embarrassed, and he's getting a beating and a drilling, and but he gets my thumbs up for sticking with it and playing till the death. There's many a player we've seen who bail out and run for cover because they haven't got the stomach for the fight. He's hung in there, and he gets my respect for that. And the more often that he does get to play, the more he'll learn. It's a long schooling though, playing this game. Well, LS3 has taken the bait. She's signed up for the daily edition. I wonder who's all in there with her. Is she maybe the only one in? Oh, I didn't notice that Liddle had said be right back. Maybe he had to take a little bathroom break or whatever. Needs to get the cover. Don't think he has though. So Jose, now can he bump this 3-ball and just hold for the 2 without trying to do anything crazy? No, he's trying to do something crazy when he might have been just as well bumping the 3 and having a shot in the 3 into the side there. Jose likes to make his life difficult when there's a simpler shot possible. And that's very well played. Excellent. Now, up top, there's a problem, I think. Because that 6 ball doesn't really go. Let's just decide it doesn't go. There's no way you should be playing there thinking it does go. So 6 ball's a problem. He could be crazy right now and bump stuff and hopefully still have a shot in the 5, which he does. He's bumped the 9 out the way. Now how's... Well, the shot to play is up top. Yeah, that's the one. Up past the 7. And again, very well done. So Jose's in a bit of a hurry. We're an hour and 12 minutes into this match, and Jose, bear in mind it's 9:30 his time. I think he's an hour ahead of us, and it's well past siesta time for Jose. Well, just a little roll forward. It should be fine. And Jose will be on the hill. Well, that was a good out there from Jose. Made it hard, but he got it done. And the ball has gone in. I think it was a 2 has gone into the side pocket, and he's perfect on the 1. And this, oh, again, I thought that was a cue ball. It's a 9 ball. He's not perfect in the 1. He's way past bedhead territory here for a cut in the 1. Cue ball's going to scratch. Well, Liddle has another visit at the table. 3 ball is tucked away behind the 9. So the first priority here when he pots this 1 is to get that cue ball up the table as high as he can so that he can actually see this 3 ball. He doesn't want to be bumping stuff down this end. And that really should have been right up in that short rail so he could push that 3 ball through and stick the cue ball in the 9. So he'll be going for, not sure what he played there, I presume it was a safety. And he's got it. Thought for a minute there he was going to play the cut, but he played the safety. Got the cover. Jose trying the masse. Oh, and that's worked out very well. And, well, having said a minute ago that Liddle should have been trying to nail Jose, Jose may well be trying to do that with Liddle. Although he's not playing this at an angle that he's going to be doing that. He's trying to play the billiard on the 9. Oh, hang on a minute. What a jammy get. It's game, set and match. Well, that's one way to go over the line. Be a jammy get and fluke the 9 into the other side pocket. So Jose goes through by 19 racks to 4. A comfortable win. And Liddle, well, I mean, Liddle's been complimentary to Jose. I mean, it was comfortable for Jose. He wasn't under any pressure. But again, well done to Liddle for taking part. He's got a 1-loss side match to come up. And meanwhile, we can now confirm, or at least we will in a minute once this damn thing updates, that Jose now is going to step up in class because he's now going to be playing Matt MC Clarkey, or MC underscore Clarkey, in a round 3 match. So Jose then won't be quite as comfortable, I can assure you that. And looking at the remaining matches, we have Eloquenti and Paul. They'll be playing on Sunday morning my time, 10:30 British summer time this Sunday. I'll be at work. and Aussie Mick and Sergeresh will be playing at 3 o'clock. I'll be coming home from work. In fact, I'll be getting something to eat at that time. And then on Sunday evening, I'll be there for Smoking Sid and Cobra. I think is that an all UK clash? Is Smoking Sid from the UK? I think he is. I always used to think he was from the States. Maybe I'm mixed up. Cobra's definitely from the UK, and that starts at 7 o'clock on Sunday evening. And then on Tuesday of next week at 1 p.m, we've got Acero and Rabi. Now, I won't catch that either because I'll be coming home from work at that time as well. I think next Tuesday. I need to double check. And finally, in a fortnight's time, a fortnight on Sunday, there's LS3 and Interchange X coming up at the 8 p.m. So that is it, folks. That's it for the night. Well done to Jose. Good luck in his next match. Thanks all for watching. And nothing more to say, but probably good night, I would think, would be the order of the day. I'll go and get a coffee, and I'll see you again soon.
Good night, ladies.